Welcome, everybody. Thank you to so many of you who have watched and continue to follow us from the very beginning. Welcome to Evolve, where we are basically evolving together. And in this series, we're showcasing different business leaders and their approach to workforce innovation. And today I have a very long time friend. Do you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your company as well?
Yeah, thank you, Kim. My name is John Signa, and I'm a co-founding partner of Crown Advisors. Crown's a real estate-driven executive search firm. We have about a dozen recruiters up and down the East Coast, serving some of the top real estate investors, owners, developers, and their hiring needs, and really supporting their growth strategies. It's a lot of fun to interact with people that are looking to grow our country through providing a lot of homes today, multifamily, but Amazon has and the likes have really kicked in the industrial sector, and we're doing a lot of work in that area.
No, that's awesome. And I know we go back how many years now? Is that
Let's
going to date us both? I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely probably closer to 25, right?
Yeah, at least. Well, we founded Crown 25 years ago in June.
Oh, oh, wow. So
So,
we're
so
further than that. Okay, we're going to stop there.
there you go.
It's a
That's what I
handshake
tried to tell you.
through the screens. So, a question that a lot of people that we've talked about is the pandemic's affected companies and business leaders in different ways. Like, how has it affected you and what you do?
That I think it affects everybody differently. The initial shock to the system, when everything shut down a year ago, there was so much unknown. A lot of our business was just put on hold or even canceled. How do you hire a senior executive and implement a growth strategy when you don't
There's
know if
nowhere to
the
go.
world's ending?
Yeah.
Um, but as more information came out, as the dust settled, and people realized, okay, it's not Chicken Little. The world is not ending. So we have to get back to work. And real estate is such a long game that we got back to work pretty quickly in terms of the hiring of executives. Uh, Certainly, you're interviewing them on Zoom, and they're starting remotely, and that is still the case today, a year later. So that's not easy. But by summer of last year, we were running hard. Our business was very solid, and it hasn't stopped. So for 2020, we were actually down 25%, but we lost a quarter. We lost the second quarter. And from there, it's really, really been strong.
Right. Have Are people actually hiring senior level executives without meeting them in person?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that to me is mind blowing. I couldn't imagine, like, we've done some hiring as well, and we do everything initially. We even do like a survey because we want to know some key points in advance before we even shortlist them. But once you get pretty far through the process, we still want to meet you. And it's been a little awkward, but I can't imagine hiring somebody without seeing them. But how do you do it, I guess?
And different companies, have different thresholds. But there are a few of our clients that have hired people. We know, we've placed people, they've been on the job for 6, 8, 10 months, and they haven't been in the office yet. And they've not personally met their boss.
Wow.
And it's mind blowing. It really is.
It really is. Now, have you had to adapt in any way or shift your business model in general to kind of accommodate the changes that have occurred?
Um, Yes, I think everybody's had to do that in some way, shape, or form. I think the biggest for us is the lack of travel. Getting on a plane and going to the conference room and meeting a potential customer, the ability to read the room and let your personality come through. But also, we were, very big attendees of your alphabet of industry associations. We go to NMHC and ULI and all of the others. So not being able to do that really put a wet blanket on our business development activity. So we were fortunate that we've been around long enough. We have a great customer base, and that has really kept us going. But you always got to be putting stuff in the front end of the pipeline and getting out there and mixing it up and meeting people and that's been a big change for us.
Yeah, I know at least when I go to conferences, a lot of times the biggest takeaways I've ever had came from a hallway or, in the elevator or even in the restroom, like connecting with somebody that just by happenstance. So it's like to not have those experiences, I think is just really hard for everybody. Especially when you've always done the conferences and you guys, I always see your name everywhere. So you're out there. So that definitely is a huge change for sure. What does going back to work look like for you and your clients?
Um, that depends on geography. Um, I was on the phone last week with a client in New York City. They're not going back till at least Labor Day.
Wow.
And I have clients in the Carolinas and Florida that have already been back for months. So, it is what it is. I mean, I think, people, they know it, if they expect it. For us, we've always been a remote industry. The ability to work, on the phone, on a computer from anywhere, has always been an attractive thing for me. I work from home every morning and I go into the office every afternoon.
That's awesome. And you've been doing that, if I recall, for a while.
I've been doing it for 5 years.
Okay. And do you feel like it's been helped you even from a personal basis to have that just more time in different places?
Um, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever really analyzed it. It helps with the work-life balance.
Yeah.
And but I don't think the end of the office is near, and it shouldn't be. So I think work from home has been successful because people knew their job, and hiring new people and training them. How do you promote somebody from the other side of a computer screen? You know?
Well, one of the things that I was talking to somebody in Pittsburgh about recently was, if the distributed workforce really starts taking off, you have this group of people like you and your business partners, right? That maybe you collaborate every afternoon and you can talk to each other, and then you jump on Teams calls with the rest of the workforce. Well, when that Teams call ends, a lot still happens right after that. Phil might say to you, "Hey, well, what about this? What Jerry just said?" And then you guys come up with a whole game plan. Well, all those people on Teams aren't on the call
They're
anymore.
gone.
Yeah. And you're not going to call them back. So is the distributed workforce going to create a second tier of a workforce? Meaning, hey, this is the prime group, and then you have this second standard. And it's a little bit scary because if you can't be at having the pizza party or having the beer after work, how do you build those relationships? Because I think it's really hard. Like if we didn't know each other, I think it's really hard to get a connection just over a screen.
No doubt whatsoever. And one of the things you would ask, and I'll jump ahead, is advice that I
Yes,
would have.
please.
And it's really, get back to work, go to the office, reestablish your company culture. Let people remember why they want to work for you.
Yeah, I
And,
love it.
we've lost a year of creativity and socialization. We can't get that back, but don't wait another year to try to find it.
I love it. That is great advice. That's perfect. And really, our goal with Evolve is to help business leaders to learn and connect and grow. And John, as always, it is a pleasure to talk to you. And I really appreciate your time today.
Kim, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And enjoy the snow today.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye.